I've just come from the restaurant to eat some, I don't know, to eat some what? Uh, some cut mandazi, like mandazi kata, mandazi tumbukiza. By way, there's this meal in, especially in university where you eat mandazi. Mandazi has no English name, but it is literally it has no name, English name. So, that's what I was doing. I was eating some mandazi, cut mandazi with some bean soup, and of course some beans cereals here and there. So I was eating that. I was a bit hungry. It's about 10:51, so it was about 10:30 there. So I decided, let me just bite something. I feel my stomach, because when I go back to the house, I'm not eating again. So I had planned to buy some. Okay, this was the plan. As I was coming out of the house, at least I have some money. I was sent some upkeep yesterday, so it's like, why don't I buy some avocado and boil an egg and eat it as it is? But something told me, okay, you miss something. I know you miss something, and don't pretend not to. Go to the hotel and eat some mandazi and tumbukiza. They say it is very sweet. When it is cut and you put some, it is very sweet. Accommodates basic food. I actually enjoy it. So it's like you didn't have to buy one. So let me go buy, and then the rest will be just, I'll enjoy it. Now, I was like, apana. No, the plan was, before actually I thought of going to the hotel, I was like, why don't I buy some avocado and eat it with my eggs, boiled eggs. And before I do that, I don't want to, after the diary, I go buy the things. Why don't I buy things? Yeah, I come with them in the diary, in my silent moment, or even in my reflection moment, and then I was actually to buy. Wait, the whole reason why I carried with me a carrier bag is because I wanted to go buy the soap after the diary. There's a specific shop that I want to buy from, a wholesale shop. I want to buy some menengai soap, and I buy some avocado and I come with some eggs. But on a second thought, something just comes into my mind. Why don't I buy? Okay, if I'm going to encounter any avocado on my way to here, I'm gonna buy it, and this is going to be my lunch. However, I didn't came across. I didn't spot any avocado in any of the kibanda. So it's like, okay. So that tells me that I need to switch to plan B. Okay. As I switch to plan B, this is going for the mandazi. As I'm heading to the hotel, because it's a different direction where I am going different from where I come to record. One is on the right, one is on the left. So I go on the left to the whole restaurant. Okay. As I'm approaching the restaurant, I was like, I saw some avocados near the restaurant. It's like, I wanted that, and I still do want that. Anyway, sawa, hold it there. Enter the restaurant, eat, come out, buy the avocado. And right now I don't have any plan now to buy any eggs. So imeisha hivyo, like I've changed my mind. So this avocado, I have come with it here, hoping after this I'm going to the shop to buy the soap, bar of soap. Actually, half bar of the soap of the menengai brand that I'm talking about. However, on a second thought, while I'm still on this field walking to this, I was supposed to actually record in the usual place that I usually record in, but I was like, there was a cow who has decided to make that, who has decided to make that place a sewage. Like, is this a cow shed? I was like, this won't be a good in the place. You know where I sit, kando yake there's a cow dung, so it's really not. It doesn't bring a good picture. It doesn't smell good. I'm sure. It doesn't smell good. So I was like, why don't I? Okay, I have another place to record it. So I've just come here, and while I'm walking to this place, to this tree, this beautiful tree, to this beautiful tree, I was like, you know what? I don't feel like going to the shop there in that place. It's a bit far. It's a bit far from here. So I'll walk about 1 kilometer. I'm like, will I need to walk there? That distance. And remember, that bar of soap, I'm not using it today. Okay, I'm going to use it. Okay, while I'm bathing tonight. Because, in fact, I'll explain this issue that I have with my roommate. That's why, yeah, I'll talk about it after this. So, on a second thought, I'm like, will I need to go and then buy the soap and I will not use it after going to the house again? I'm like, apana. That's not a good idea. Honestly, that's not a good idea. So, what do I tell myself? After I come out of the library is when I go to the shop or even to the supermarket, whichever will be easier. In fact, I want to go to the supermarket to buy the soap so that I compare the two, which is what? Which is cheaper between the other? I know it might have even a 5 shillings difference, but I want to compare between the two. Which one will be the best? If they are both the same, I'll be buying from the supermarket anyway. If one is cheaper, I'm going to be buying from that place. So the choice that I've come up with is, let me buy it in the evening after I come out of the library. Or, yeah, after I come out of the library, because honestly, I just, yeah. So, yeah, the reason why I was talking about the soap. In fact, okay, I don't want to talk about negative things, but I want to describe the person that I'm living with. This is a selfish person. They are usually very selfish people out here. People who value what they have. Like, they have emotional attachments, like very strong emotional attachments to their belongings. Okay, there are kind of people who are like that. Of course, I am one of them, but mine is not that extreme. 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 So, I'm deleting some files here so that I can free some storage. I don't want to record twice. Yeah, I don't want to record it twice because, okay, I have 7.0 GB. So that is enough. And I've recorded 10 minutes and that's about 1 GB. I might struggle with my storage, or even I have to end at 45 minutes sharp, or even 46, so that it will be all 45. Yeah. Do I have another video that needs to be deleted? Yeah, I have some. I have yesterday's diary. I've noted Wait, did I upload the video? Yeah, I think I uploaded the video. Okay, 1.2 GB. Hey, TikTok was uploaded, I'm sure of that, because someone liked my video after uploading it. So I'm trying to remember if I uploaded the two videos, my TikTok video and because they are both in my phone. Let me actually delete them so that I acquire more storage. I don't want to struggle with storage. Yeah, because honestly I don't know what I'll do. Was my yesterday's diary uploaded by I didn't confirm at all. I don't remember me confirming. So I don't know if I have internet to check. Let me actually check. Let me check. Let me log into my internet. See phone. Let me just log into my Facebook account. Let me start my phone app. This way you nyonya kina Safaricom. Yeah, they have been doing a lot of things here. Now, before it connects, I need to say this. There are people, as you interact with many people, you'll get an idea that people are different. Yeah, the way they share things, the way my camera is lagging because I'm multitasking. So, but let me continue. I know it will record anyway. It will just record. I need to. Oh, my data is already on. I don't know. I don't understand why. Yeah, as we interact with the people, that's when as you interact with people, you get to know their personal characteristics. You got to know their traits, there's a way you can tell that this person is this way and they do it because of that way. And people are different, by the way, based on how they were raised up. Now there are people who are naturally very selfish. Yeah? I wish I could have a good example of describing one selfish person who had their selfish interests and people knew that they were selfish. Like even a small thing, like a cup of their own is theirs. Like no one else can use it, and if someone else uses it, there's a way that they will feel or even they will react. So my roommate is that kind of a person who really who knows that whatever he sees is his and no one else can use. Yeah, in school we used to have these people who are very selfish, like really extreme, like they don't want to share things. You ask them for, maybe you borrow maybe a pen. Do you know they'll ask you what are you going to do with it? Yeah, imagine a pen. Oh my goodness, it's not connecting. I need to my IP is not right. And my HA tunnel requires me to have the right IP so that I connect to my C-Phone Pro. Why don't I disconnect this? Okay, let me just stop this video and figure out what to do. Yeah, I think I uploaded it. I didn't note it. Although I saw it somewhere, I remember seeing it somewhere that it has been uploaded yet. I don't recall. I didn't. I don't remember it. So let me delete those videos so that I acquire more storage. In fact, yesterday I deleted WhatsApp, but that's a story that I'm going to talk about. So I have enough storage for this purpose, or for this reason. Now, let me go to the sunlight kidogo. I need to warm up. I did want some light. I did want some. I did want to, you know, now disconnect the internet and then. Is there someone calling today? I don't think so. So let me just put the airplane mode. Now, as you get to know people, that's when you realize they have their own. They have their own. They have their own natures. Okay. Like this person is this way, and now there are kind of people who treat things as they are. While in school, I remember there are people who used to, like I was on that friend, or even I was on that guy who is like, you want to borrow my pen? What are you going to do with it? Like you have to explain each and everything that you are going to do. Like I'm going to take now to please their egos or even to massage their egos, you have to tell them, I'm going to take this pen and I'm going to write some maths questions here, and then I'll return it to you. Like that's how concerned that they are. Like they are that concerned about what you're going to do with their things. Now, talk about that nature where someone is demanding explanation for everything that they lend to you. Yeah, such characteristics, such nature is, to some people it's just so. You know what? You just stay with your own things. I would rather even not. I would rather be punished for not doing my or even my maths work than borrow you something from you. Yeah, I'm not speaking this with personally or with with emotions, but those are the kind of people that you are like, you know what? I'll never borrow anything, and that means anything, because once you see that side of theirs, you are like, do you know, you'll even be like, you don't want to live with someone in that manner, like someone who is always concerned about small things, like who keeps on moving their eyes and their ears to, it's like, and such people tend to be micro controlling, like they tend to be manipulative in a way. Okay, they want you to do things their own way or even how it pleases them. And to the other person who is uncomfortable with that, they will be like, okay, you're justified to do that, but is that really a big issue? But to the other person or even to the other party, it's actually a big issue, a big deal for that matter. Okay, so you'll find that even when you are living together, yes, that person who is telling you, who is asking you for, do you have another app that is hanging around? Like I'm using multiple apps and I'm using the camera. Anyway, I don't have any. Anyway, the point is, Living with such people is very difficult. If you are not that kind of a person who is concerned about small things. Okay, you are concerned about the small things again. If you're on the same frequency as they vibrate, you're likely not to. I don't know what I'm saying, but living with such people is very difficult. So you sometimes find that such characteristics to people like us who are concerned about big deals and not small things, we tend to find that somehow nikikuona sasa umeanza kuwa petty, if I see you that you have started to be a bit petty and a bit concerned about small things, I'll be like, now you are getting out of hand. Yeah, you are unlivable. Like, you get the point. You are unlivable. Like, you can't live with me if you are looking at, like, me, I want you to look at things on how based on how I look at things, and they want you to look at things how they see them, and I'm not moving to that level. At small things will be bothering me. Hiyo tafuta mtu mwingine. You look for another person, honestly. So you find that living with such people is very difficult. Now, which case am I dealing with? Yeah. Now, I want you to put myself in my shoes. No, I want you to reason with me. Yeah. You're living with a person. You have come to live with them. They are counting even the rent in terms of the smallest shillings. Like, you are cost sharing, yes, but they are going to the details of you're going to pay 9,503 shillings. Yeah, for the months that you are going to stay here. Like, they are that concerned about the small details. And do you know that move that was made that night, I was like, well, that one, that doesn't augur well with me. There's a way that it put me in discomfort. In a way, I was like, apana. And you want us to go to that point where we are calculating even the smallest shillings. By the way, it started with that in Nini. And by the way, it happened that the day after after I paid the rent. In fact, I paid the rent the same day that I moved in. Okay, that same night. And I regretted for doing it, by the way. Not regretting, but... Okay, I don't want to regret anything right now. Because honestly, things happen for a reason. And things happen for a reason. So I paid rent. That night. The next day is when the house flooded. Okay? That's when the house flooded. It was assigned to me to tell me that, bro, you are not supposed to be here in the first place. I didn't pick that up until it happened for the second time. Okay? That is not the issue. Here is my issue. Now, I noted that this person, kuna venye hiyo direction umeanza hata eri. I even preferred the person that we were living with before. However, I was comparing the two. I was like, I think this is simpler. As much as I have to deal with another problem, but at least it's simpler. Because this is more of, I think this person knows himself, and at least we can live with each other with the distance. Like, there's a way they keep their distance and I keep mine. So after that, I said to myself, I think kuna tabia sikuwaiona, or even I had not seen in him, but I've started to see it at 50-50. You know, By the issue wasn't raised until there was this one night that we wanted to prepare supper. He tells me he's going to the supermarket, or even I don't know what he was doing. He was actually trying to manipulate me. I think at that time we didn't know each other too well. Okay. In fact, today he's the topic. He's the topic for that matter. He's a good friend though, but there are some nini characteristics that as I recap about nini, before I actually leave this house, I'll pick the lesson from this. By the way, at the end of this diary, I noted that at some point I bought some cooking oil. He made me buy that cooking oil because he made me actually walk out from the house. He thought I was still the same person that he had met before. He didn't know I was totally a different person. There's a way I can display myself as a very good person out there, and you can easily manipulate them. But once you come near me, now to my own space, when you come closer, it's when you realize, wait, this person isn't someone easily that you can easily manipulate. Like they have a way of doing things, and I'm that person. I'm able to hide my personality. I am able to hide my true self from people. You know what I show people out there is something that I'm a good person. You can easily manipulate me, just to get the leverage, okay? So that nitakunasa. So they got to know me better when after that scenario where I bought the oil, I didn't complain. Now, when coming back to the house, he was like, "Why don't we buy some eggs?" It's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, he asked the question, what do we cook for suppers? Like, I suggested some eggs. Now, we go to another kibanda. Remember, we have bought the oil from a shop somewhere around. We are heading to the house. Near the kibanda, this mom, Madhe, this Madhe who cooks chapati and mandazi that you usually see me eat in the morning. You have seen me eat in the morning when I'm coming, or even when I'm recording. Some of the days you have seen me. Now you got to that kibanda. It's actually immediately next to the gate. Eggs. You're supposed to buy eggs. I've bought oil with the oil that I've with my own money. He hasn't done anything, and in that moment, do you know what he suggested? Give me 50 shillings. You give me mine. See, we changa 50-50 and we buy the eggs. I was like, what the fuck? Yani, I've bought oil with my own money. Okay? I did not complain. I come to this kibanda and you want me to buy the eggs. You want me to changia and buy the eggs. I was like, hapana. No. Hell no. By the way, that's where the whole issue came into the splitting of 50-50. I think I addressed this at one point. 50-50. I was like, what are you doing? Tubebai mafuta na ujichangia afu ati promise next time. Okay, I didn't have a problem with that, by the buying next time or something like that. But eggs, see, at least you could have done something. You buy that for 70 shillings. I knew he was bluffing, but I knew this is going to be a challenge. And I decided, you know what, we are going to talk about. In fact, I told him in that, we stepped aside and we talked about this. We are going to talk about this. Hii mambo ya 50-50 na kuchanga changa hivi. Let it sangwe. Me, I don't know how to split things half. Me, I know how to take responsibility of what I'm doing. Sawa. We get into the house. I'm now the person who is supposed to cook. This away had seen my GF cooking some eggs, and I wanted to try that out. Remember, this is not my usual way of cooking eggs. I wanted to try that out in this house for the first time. The roommate notices this. He was like, "How, guy, how are you cooking? Like, is this how you cook? That's weird." And I was really pissed off. Like, I was pissed off. Nanile, it is adding salt to the injury. You started with 50-50. That evoked that provoked my anger. It's still there, yeah, burning low, like it is low key. Now I'm cooking different, and you are here to tell me because he was observing. I don't know how he was, but he was observing, and he was like, and I now told him it's not funny anymore. It's not funny. He was laughing there at you cook this way. Yeah, I know. I'm trying a new recipe, but hey, and that's when I decided to raise that issue. You know what? Let's address about the 50-50 issue. Yeah, it seems he sasa ndio tunataka. It was all not occurring well with me, and I think I failed at some point. Arguing with emotions. I think from that point I learned, okay, you know what? When arguing with someone, decide to just stay calm. Remove your emotion and even your anger out of that. Talk like a normal person. Yeah, it taught me as a lesson as a leader. You need not to handle issues with anger. Like, remove the emotions. Like, zieke kando kabisa. Be a logical person. And don't feel any bad, or even don't treat anything personal, because at that time I was angry. I was really, there's a way I can be pissed off, and I'm like, you know what, guy, I can do something here and you'll be surprised, it only needed a trigger. By there, could have ended in a fight. Now, the 50-50 issue comes in. And I was against that at all cost. I was of the opinion that, or even I was on the fact, or I was on the proposition of, if you can buy something, just buy something. We are big people, what is expected from us, responsibility, we have responsibilities. So I was against that. Yeah, and he still insisted on 50-50, although it ended up me winning, because of course everyone is buying things for themselves. Yeah, right now I think from that day is when I drew a very thick line, a thick wall, for that matter. You buy your things, me I buy mine. That's it. We live like that. Now I want to talk about something specific. Talking about now, everyone is buying their own things, but then that's how the nini ended up. The person that I had, the survey had placed him somewhere. Someone who knows themselves, they know what they are doing. It reached a point now, okay, that brought a sort of enmity between the two of us. Yeah, a kind of a wall. Like, okay, so you are this way. Okay, fine. You know what? I'll not be using your things that you have won with your own money, because it seems that you are selfish. So I acknowledge that they are that nature. Like I can't share anything with them. Yeah, they are not the kind of people that I can share things with, because they are not willing to share with me. Okay, and that does not. In fact, The issue is, if I know that you want a specific thing, like you want to live your own life, I'll let you be. However, for me, I'll continue to be just good. If I buy things, you can use my things. Me, I don't have any issue at scratch my back and at whatever you give me. There's so much wind out here, but I don't know where the wind has come from this point. So, as I'm saying, if I note that you want a life, a specific life, and you want to live a certain lifestyle, and that directly comes out of your personality, I was like, you know what? I won't interfere. You continue living your own life. Yeah, I won't bother you. If you buy anything in this house, me, I won't use it. I won't use it because I treat it as yours. It's yours. Okay. So right now, even it reached, okay, after some days, I think I noted that he also he didn't want now to share the bathroom. Yeah, the bathroom soap. I was like, okay, you are still pressing for this. Actually, days after we settled the case of 50-50, I was of the opinion, okay, I came into a conclusion that, okay, you know what? Actually, there's no need of now debating with this person. If they want to live their own lifestyle with their own things, let that be, because, yeah, I can't, you can't change a person. That's something that I've come to appreciate. You can't change a person. And that's it. You can't change a person. Period. Like, period. You can't change a person. Now, talk of soap. So he raised an issue one night after I bathed. He told me, what do we agree? He asked me a question. What did we agree? What did we agree? At his soap. See, everyone is supposed to be using their own soap. I was like, we didn't talk about the soap. Now you have started to be weird. Remember, I was not taking things personally at that the previous time when we were settling the 50-50 case. Now this time I was like, oh, so you want a certain lifestyle? You know what? Live how you want. Wewe ishi venye tu nataka. Me, I won't interfere. Me, I'll be buying my own soap. Whether you use it or not, mimi hata I don't care, honestly. Si soap kwani ni yani? Ukitaka kutumia yangu sawa, but mimi sitaitumia yako. I drew a very thick line. I have big wall that I'm not going to be using your own things. And I didn't by the think, or even I didn't consider this as my own. Like, okay, my point is, I did not put any boundary. Him now getting into my using my own things. I was like, ukitaka kutumia zangu sawa, because we are coexisting. To me, we are coexisting. Therefore, we'll find ourselves sharing some things. However, for him, I drew a line. That's what I did. I drew a line. Happen. Because it could have brought another issue. So right now, what we do, by the way, how we live is that he lives his own lifestyle and I live my own. And in a way, I try to, as much as possible, to run away from this space so that I don't bring any friction with them. The gas actually depleted the other day. And let me talk specifically about this. In fact, actually, if I talk about the basis by there, I now talk about anything about him from this day. Yeah, about him. While I was moving in, by the way, when we were settling the 50-50 case, he came up with this. He raised with this issue that when the gas depletes, I'm supposed to renew it or even refill it on my own. That is what he suggested, because he had refilled it like 10 days before, and he was of the opinion that we are 50-50. Do you know, they asked him a very, so that I knew that I want to me hiyo kitu tutafanya that game that you are trying to play, we are not going to that direction. I said okay. He suggested that I'm going to refill the gas. I asked him, unataka ni refill aje yote? You want me to refill the whole of it? Okay, the guy said yeah. I think he started to fumble with the words. He was like, Pana, you're going to pay part of it. Actually, the large part of it, because I refilled 10 days ago before you came in. Or even some days before I moved in. I was like, so I'm going to refill a gas that I'm not going to use, or I've not, or even you have used. Yeah, I knew that very well. I put that in mind. I wanted to now settle the case at hand. Yeah, settle the case at hand, and I was satisfied. I massaged their ego. I was like, you're going to refill that gas, or you're going to pay a larger part of it. I was like, that's a good idea. That's a pretty good idea. However, which seems which amount sounds reasonable, because at this point, by the gas issue was raised after we had a debate of even an argument for about 1 hour. I was tired. I was like, so what nilipe how much? 800. Is it fair? I started with 700. Okay, I started with 50-50. So we agreed that 50-50. Okay, it was like apana 50-50. I'm not accepting. So how much am I paying? 700, 800. Is it fair? They are not answering. They are like they are still fumbling with their words. 1,000. Is it fair? Okay, the girl was like, you are going to pay a larger part of it, and he was now. By the way, we didn't agree on the gas. By the way, I wanted to give up that issue of gas, but I was like, he brought it up, and every time that he brought it up, my anger just was over the roof. Now, see, we agreed on 1,000, or even I'm going to pay for the large part of it. Plus, I reminded him, you have used this gas for some time, so you're going to pay for it for the days that you have used. Now, he wanted, by the way, he's really concerned about saving his own money. Yeah, because there's someone else who seems like he has money. Because I've oftenly showed that I have, I have money. So he's counting on me to save his budget. Yeah. Yeah, I was like the Messiah. And in my mind, I was like, do you know I'm not going to be using this gas oftenly? What are you trying now? What are you trying to tell me? Do you know that gas ended up used within 1 month? Like in 1 month, this gas was depleted. And remember, a typical gas will go for 2 or 3 months. Yeah, 2 months if it goes too long. That is if you are living with a person who doesn't cook again. That is, I'm talking about the roommate that I was living with. The gas that we refilled on January hasn't ended until now. And remember, we refilled before even I came to this house. I've visited that place and it hasn't been depleted. It is still there. So, someone is overusing the gas and they want me to pay for it. I said, in fact, in my mind, I told myself, I'm gonna convince you. Okay, I'm going to just say something so that it massages your ego okay, I'm going to buy that gas. Although I knew hapa kuna kitu nafanya. Mimi najua hakuna buy gas na buy hapa. Or if I'm going to changia something, it's going to be very small. Me, I'm using how I'm paying for something based on how I'm using it. Now the gas depletes. I don't have money, and if I had, in fact, I could have said I don't have. I have a certain amount. Yeah, it reaches a point. I think they bought the gas. I think we still had some visitors by then. They bought the gas on their own. I don't know how they did it, but they bought the gas. No. As the gas depletes, you get the idea that now they demand me to pay nini. See, I had promised Sandy that I'll give a solid answer. Remember, the gas depletes, or was it on a Thursday or even on a Wednesday? I told them on Sunday I'll give you a clear answer. Not that I will have money, I'll give you a clear answer. Because I was waiting for money to come in so that I do something. So they bought. So they were waiting. Actually, was it this week? Oh, it was last week. They're waiting now for me to send me the money. Yesterday, I decided to do a test. By the way, just a random test. A random psycho test. I go back to the house with some eggs and an avocado. I told them I have gotten about 300 shillings and bought some things here. And can I send you 200 shillings? This guy tells me, what will 200 do to me? Yeah, what will 200 what will I do with 200 shillings? I'm like, see, you asked for it the other day. Yeah, you want to be supported with money. See, I get the rest, I'll send it to you. What will I do with 200? You know, that statement also, like, don't continue this debate. Don't continue that debate. Don't continue that debate. Because it was a debate I was trying to create. To see if what will be their reaction. Do you know, after that, I think I made a decision. Not a decision, but I decided to just keep my lane. Okay? I said, if you don't want this small money, okay, so kila mtu sasa aishi penye tu anataka. Don't come to me ever at with your needs. At there is something that needs to be bought, you buy it. Don't involve me. In fact, it was the same case as the sufuria one. Thank God I didn't changia something in that thing. So the whole things, the small things are just proving that he's a person that you can't live with and can't live with other people. I'll one day sit with them and tell them, next time usitaki kukaa na mtu. In fact, usikaitaka kukaa na mtu, because your character is honestly unlivable with. Like, kama unataka kuishi na amani, akiishi tu peke yako, like, just live alone. Yeah, it will be easier that way. It will be simpler that way than living with another. Let me be the last person that you're living with in a house in this small university, because I don't want anyone else to suffer. I'll tell them the truth, by the way, because we are all of the same personality, but him is very extreme. For his, it's very extreme. So that's what I'm dealing with. I buy my soap, me, I'm using it on my own. Yeah. Naitumia peke mke yangu. If you want to use it, sawa, me have no issue. However, yours, I won't touch your things. So yeah, this is my life. Yeah. As I'm also, by the way, let me know. Hiyo imeisha sasa. But that's the kind of a person that I'm living with. In fact, to some point I'm like, I even think I prefer the person that I was living with before, because at least we are sharing things. Unaangalia hizo vitu, mimi naangalia rent. You, electricity is mine. Mimi, I know that I consume a lot of electricity, so I don't expect you to be paying electricity here. So ukitaka kununulia kitu kubwa, maybe gas refill, I'll refill it. If there is rent, I'll pay it. At least we are living with this person in a organized manner. At least we are not at the 50-50 or something. Kumbe it was the right person that I was supposed to live with, but yeah, I made my decisions. I moved out. Na sasa kinariramba. Yeah, it is leaking me real good. Yeah. So let me talk about something else. Yeah, yesterday I decided to risk it all. I'm placing my trade on. I decided. By the way, I spotted a good current. I'm running out of storage, so it's okay though. But I've deleted some videos. Why? I had almost 7 GB. I don't understand why it has depleted. The bin is 0. I have 1.9 GB. I have 1.9. It is enough. Don't worry, it does cut me short. I have storage. Now, let me talk about this. Yeah, yesterday while I was in the library, I decided. In fact, I readjusted my time of doing things. See, Excel was taking 5 hours. I'll now be taking 3 hours. 3 good hours to focus on Excel, because I'm giving too much time or even attention, and I'm end up wasting it doing other things that are not relevant. I want now to program my time to be doing things in the right time, in the right quantities, and building my value. Yeah, they say that build yourself, have something that it will be, have something that will not be taken from you. Okay, build your system, but even build your value until it cannot be taken from, like no one else has it. So that's how much I'm treating this. Now, yesterday while I was in the library, now that 2 hours that I've taken from Excel and given it to Forex, because I noted yesterday I wasn't paying much attention to Forex. I was like, now it's time to cut the time that I'm doing some things and now give it to the Forex. Yesterday I went through the charts, all of them, all the 7 major pairs. While looking at them, I get an idea that I don't want to trade, to micro trade, like looking at the candlesticks, just the 4 hours. I don't want that. I want to look at the whole chart of from 20, like the historical data. Now, what my intuition tells me is, if you want to win in this Forex in a big way, without being concerned about small things, look at things in a broader perspective. Look at the charts. There's a certain methali in Kiswahili that goes, aliye juu mgoje chini. I decided to work with that, what my intuition was telling me. I remember on Saturday I had tried to trade AUD and CHF or something like that. But I was like, it's just venye kunaenda, it's not good. I am seeing some fair value gaps and I see a good opportunity to trade, but I will not be on the internet each and every time. So that will just that will put my time, or even it will put me at an uneasy position. I was like, hapana, I don't want to go to the CG 1 hour candlesticks and start to analyze them. That one, hapana. I want to trade the big fair value gaps. Looking at the charts, like you look at the charts of from 2019, 2020, 2021. Look at how it goes. Look at how it goes. Analyze how it goes. Now, I noted that every time the market goes up, it will definitely go down. I wanted to work with that. I noted a pattern. Every time that it goes up, it will go down. Every time it is go down, it is going to go up. Okay, my point of reference is every time the charts the buys up, it must go down. Every time it is up, it must go down. I was like, that's a pretty good strategy that no one is looking at. So let me look at where which pairs are on top of their graphs. I place my buying positions from there. Remember, right now I'm just looking at buying or even selling positions. Selling position only, taking short position, like that's it. We are not looking at buying positions. No, that won't work for me. I'm looking at dipping position because it is at any time that you'll hear that a market has crashed, and you know how much you'll be lucky a market crashes. The Nini goes down and you have placed a down Nini trend. Do you know that you are going to win massively? I established the other day that once you buy or even you open a position in the forex charts, it will go as long as you want, as long as it's there. As long as you have not placed any nini, and as long as nini. So anytime the market will just crash, if one day just you wake up and you hear the market crash, that will be a millionaire in making. I swear I'll be a millionaire. Hey, with my my two, yesterday I deposited to 2,500 Kenyan shillings in my FX Pesa account. So I decided right now I'm only looking at selling positions. That's it. Like mimi hata sitaki kitu ingine. I'm looking for selling positions and that's it. So I have an idea of how forex works. I know the basics of forex. Yeah, I don't want to go to minute. When I'll go to minute is when I'll have my own space, my own reliable internet, and I'll have my own computer and enough time to be looking at the charts. Yeah, it's a more of micro trading. Like you're analyzing the candles individually at a certain time frame. Okay. However, what I'm doing has a risk. The market might go up, but I know at some point it will go down. Although it may take some time before I get some profit, or even some days. Count 2 days or 3 days is when I'll get my profit. That's when my target. I have set a target, a line. If it crosses that line, take your profit and go. So I placed 3 trades of the same pair. So yesterday I looked at the charts and was like, see, I want selling positions, yes. Na aliye juu si mgoja chini, yes. Now, by the way, I was trying to figure out Ben, who was now showing me forex in the other tree. By the way, we used to talk here. We used to talk here about forex. I asked him, by the way, near this tree is when we talked about that forex thing. I asked him, which strategy are you using? He told me that I'm not going to show you. You figure out on your own. You know, I was able to actually hack into that system, or even his methodology of placing trades. There was a point that I paid attention to whatever he was saying. I paid attention to whatever he was saying, as he was talking about forex, because I knew this is my path of getting money. He said, I usually place a trade, and maybe after 3 days is when it will mature. I was trying to hack. Which methodology are you using? I tried to ask myself. Now, some weeks, in fact, months later, it happened almost last year, October. Wait, November. Was it a November or even an October? I think it was on an October. That's when I got exposed to forex. And months after, I don't know, is it 3 months now? 3 months is now when I'm hacking into his ideologies. I started to piece the information together to get a logic, to get an idea of what he was talking about. Kumbe, and he used to actually talk about historical data. This is how you trade, this is how you place a trade. Or you just analyze the previous data and you truncate it with the form, this one that we have right now. So I was like, wow, this is interesting. So yesterday is when I actually thoroughly wrote about his nini, based on what information that I got from him. Kumbe he was using the same strategy that I used yesterday. Yeah, look at the chart, which is on top. It is definitely going to come down. And I identified Euro USD and GBP USD. Those are the two currencies that I saw that are opposite. However, GBP was at a better position because it was higher. For the Euro USD, it was a bit, what do we call nini? Kuka at the same almost at the same point. Okay, the Euro USD, the charts were a bit irregular. You could tell if it is at its highest or even at its lowest, or even it is there. I don't remember the word. It is not congregating, but it is just there playing around. But GBP I used oh my goodness, I don't have storage. It has depleted now properly. I think I have many things to talk about today. Now, I say to myself, GBP looks like a good one. Euro USD is offering some potentials. It has some potential, but let me refrain from touching Euro USD. Let me just focus on one. And I deposited money, 2,500 shillings. That's about $18. Yeah, $18. And that was it, by the way. I placed my trades, 3 positions. One sell, one sell, one sell, one sell. 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. Then I left them there, by the way. I haven't placed any stop loss or even take position, but iko tu hapo, nimekanyagia tu hapo. Like right now I'm just waiting for the graph to just go down, then I take my profit. I know it will be about, I'm not sure about this, but it will be about, okay, sitakosa kitu 10k hivi, like 10,000 Kenyan shillings is just enough for me, and I'll be able, if it goes further and it gets to a point where okay, this is good, I'll have about 20,000 Kenyan shillings, and that's enough for me now to move out. And I'll look for other selling positions after that, as I'm doing other things, promoting my courses online. Also, as I'm even writing my books right now, I'm treating that books very serious. The books that I'm writing very serious, because that's a generating income strategy that I have. So with that being said, I've uninstalled TikTok, so that's to give me time to conclude whatever I'm saying. So me, I have actually trust in the system. It will definitely go my way. I have no doubt, although it has a risk of the market might even go higher and never go down. But I know even at some point, even after weeks from now, I know the market will definitely go down. Now, I have a limit of where I want my target is, or even I have a target of where I want of where I need to take my profit. Now I'm like, I've placed the trade. Now I want a position where okay, I want to set up my systems in a way that I want to figure out a way. If it touches that point, if the graph touches that point, it will give me an email notification or something. Something will just inform me that okay, the charts are here. Take your profit and go. I'm of the opinion but I'm in this regard. I'm trying to figure out what can I do so that when price or even the graph reaches that point, it will notify me. I started researching last I think it was yesterday's night. But I've noted there are people who are something I noted yesterday. I've been looking at for the forex trader that I have been analyzing on my TikTok feed, and I didn't want to go to their route of doing things. I wanted to do things in a simpler manner, and it saves me a lot of energy. I was like, but then these people trade small. They trade daily, and it's because they focus on the candlesticks closer. So they want they want profit each and every day. So they're after profit each and every day. So I'm like, okay, Ekosawa, but for me, I don't want to bother myself with such things. I'll be staying on and you know how terrible the internet is. I'm dealing with such an internet that is very irresponsible. Hey, today I've talked. It's because I feel like, yeah. Yesterday I didn't speak. I talked for about 20 minutes. I think I'm retaliating for that. My system knows. If I don't do some minutes, they'll be pushed to the next day, or even the day after the next day. Possibly I even won't note it. Like I've noted right now that I had not noted it. Now, what was I talking about? I wanted to. I just wished now. So no wonder I learned about web development before I came into forex. It was to teach me how I can apply the principles that I've learned from JavaScript and all those things, so that I can apply them here while trading forex. There's an indicator here. You need to set your profit here, and then you'll be sent some notifications. Wait. Price imefika hapo, toa hiyo do. And it happened that so I came up by this is an idea that came into my mind while I was in the library thinking about how to place now the trade, because the internet was really bothering me. Like ilikuwa inasumbua. Na ile inasumbua cha kabisa, like I didn't place a trade. I had deposited the money, but I was not able to place the trade while using the library's internet because it was pathetic. It was pathetic, by the way. It was really, really, really pathetic. That one, hey. So, opinion. Also of the opinion that maybe I should just wait, until the right moment. Do you know I was able to Yeah, I started figuring out, okay, asking the right question. Sasa price ikifika hapa nitajuaje? Juu remember the charts are running regardless of whether you are looking at the screen or you don't. Like, it will be there, they will always be running. But what if siku moja chat ifika kwenye nimefika na nimelala, I'm in deep into the sleep, what will I do? Because that will be a disappointment to my face. So I need something to notify me that the price has reached that point and I'll remove my money. You know, I want to trade some pips, maybe 70 pips, and I'll be out of the game. Like, I wait a bit, I look at the markets again, which charts are on their top. Now I place my trade there, wait for them to come down, and that will be it. By the way, we don't have any big issue. I'll be patient. I'm trading patiently. I'm not trading daily. Now, until I gather enough money to be in my own space to be looking at the charts, that's the only point that I'll focus on forex, like in keen. Right now, I'll continue actually using the demo account, yeah, to trade fair value gaps, to identify chances in fair value gaps, and even improve daily, each and every day. Yeah, as I'm waiting for this to mature, for my investment to mature. And at this point, yeah, I think I'm a good forex trader. I'm an exceptional good trader. Yeah, thank you. By the way, thanks to Ben. By the way, but it's not for Ben. By the way, I don't know if I could have pieced this information together. Thanks to him, whatever he is, like, God bless you, because you told me something that no one else told me. Yeah, but I've got to appreciate God's plan for your life. Yeah, you gotta get destiny connectors. Sometimes they won't reveal everything to you, but follow your intuition, you'll get the answers. I trusted my instincts, I trusted my intuition. By the way, I was very calm, and when placing the trades, and even I was happy that this money is gonna bring me back more money. When I was sending the money to Xpesa, I was like, if I send this to 2,500 shillings, it's gonna come back as maybe 15,000-20,000 Kenyan shillings, and that will enable me now to get my own space, to move into my own space, buy my laptop, and I'll bid on that right now. Okay, so I thank God for this Father Diasmore, because all these things are just happening because of His grace. Were it not for His grace and His guidance, even there's a way things are just falling on their way, on their things, stars are aligning, and in just a few days, I've now totally run out of storage, so I don't have any extra storage. So let me conclude from this point. So I'm done. In fact, it has crossed the 1 hour mark. So remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Until tomorrow, adios.